Have you ever felt the weight of a name? A name that isn't just an identity, but the living memory of everything taken from you? What if I told you this story begins with an irreversible mistake, but ends with a reunion no one, not even her, could have imagined? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear is more than a love story. It's a twist of fate, a silent betrayal, and a choice that changed everything. Livia Gonzalez was 24 when her life collapsed. Daughter of Armando, a respected textile businessman in Querétaro, she watched her family's empire crumble after a deal with investors who promised expansion. But those promises turned out to be a trap. Debts, bankruptcy, layoffs. And her father, consumed by shame and helplessness, sank into irreversible depression, a massive heart attack, and with it, a part of Livia died too. In the midst of grief, one name echoed in her mind. Eduardo Salinas, the executive leading the investor group, the face of their downfall. For years he became the symbol of her family's destruction. Years later, working at an NGO, fate crossed their paths again. A new project, a new consultancy. The company? Salinas Corporation? Eduardo walked into the room. He didn't recognize her, but she had never forgotten. And there, an idea was born. Get close, watch him, confront him. But she had no idea where it would lead. She approached with caution. At first it was all professional, but Eduardo was kind, interested, open. He shared his own losses. His father, also a victim of the same crisis. He claimed he'd been pushed out of the company. A victim, not the villain. Livia, confused, started feeling empathy, and hatred turned into curiosity. Then, connection. They grew closer. Coffees became dinners. Talks turned into touches. But Eduardo hid something. A secret in the form of a ring. Isabella, fiancée. 3-year relationship, but never once mentioned. After a celebration, everything erupted. A kiss, a room, a night together. The next morning he vanished, said he had meetings. Days later, the truth, an Instagram post. Countdown to the big day. Livia felt the ground disappear. She was used, deceived, betrayed. And then more news. A delay, a test, pregnancy. She decided he would never know. Ever. She moved to San Miguel de Allende, raised Mateo on her own, worked hard, rebuilt her dignity. Mateo mirrored his father, but Livia kept everything in silence. An art fair. Mateo runs to his mother. Eduardo sees. Their eyes meet, and he understands. Without a single word, Livia tells the truth. Eduardo cries. He wants to be present. She allows it, but sets boundaries. No romance. Only responsibility. Her victory was silence. She won without destroying. She rebuilt on her own. Sometimes the best revenge is rising stronger. Not to prove anything, but to build a life the other can only watch and regret. If this story touched you, like, share, and subscribe. And remember, not every happy ending includes forgiveness, but every act of healing begins when you refuse to stay silent before what broke you.